USS Gerald R. Ford carrier moves into Caribbean amid rising U.S. Venezuela tensions. On Sunday, the U.S. Navy's flagship, the USS Gerald R. Ford, sailed into the Caribbean Sea as part of Operation Southern Spear, a mission aimed at curbing drug-related terrorism in the region. The carrier strike group, carrying roughly 4,000 sailors and full complement of aircraft, was publicly confirmed by U.S. Southern Command. Its arrival coincides with heightened diplomatic pressure on Venezuela, where President Nicolás Maduro faces U.S. accusations of narco-terrorism and a $50 million bounty for information leading to his prosecution. Over the past weeks, the Trump administration has reported more than a dozen airstrikes on vessels it alleges were smuggling drugs, though officials have not released verifiable evidence, and legal scholars question the legality of those actions. The Ford is the lead ship of a brand new class of carriers that will eventually replace the aging Nimitz-class fleet. The keel was laid in 2009 and the vessel was commissioned in 2017, bearing the name of former President Gerald Ford, who served aboard the WW2-era USS Monterey. After its maiden combat deployment in 2023 for NATO exercises, the carrier's mission was extended to the Mediterranean following the outbreak of the Israel-Hamas conflict, demonstrating the ship's strategic flexibility. Technologically, the Ford class introduces 23 major innovations, most notably an electromagnetic aircraft launch system that replaces traditional steam catapults and a design that can operate with a crew roughly 20% smaller than a Nimitz-class ship. However, these advances have been tempered by significant reliability challenges, inflating construction costs to over $13 billion, more than double the expense of earlier carriers. Critics argue that the added expense may not justify the performance gains, especially as the next Ford-class vessel, the USS John F. Kennedy, faces further delays. The carrier's presence adds to an already substantial U.S. naval footprint in the Caribbean, which includes destroyers, amphibious groups, and a Marine Expeditionary Unit collectively amounting to about a dozen ships and 12,000 service members. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth announced that Operation Southern Spear will target narco-terrorists and safeguard the American homeland from drug-related threats. The Ford's deployment underscores a broader strategy of projecting power and applying pressure on the Venezuelan government as the United States intensifies its anti-drug campaign in the region.